Carl and Damon here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. And it is, they made what into a TV series? Castlevania Season 3, Episode 5, the halfway point of Season 3. A sea of civilization and refinement. Directed by Sam Deet and written by Warren Ellis. Of course.
Yep.
Just repeating the same director and writer each time.
That's what you want, man.
Yeah, well, they do incredible work together, so why the
Exactly.
bloody hell not? Life in Lindenfell seems peaceful enough as Trevor walks in the woods. He makes his way to a small pond and talks to his reflection, kind of questioning what he is doing, who Trevor Beaumont is, and hooking up with Cypher. Sort of reflecting on, I guess, how quickly his life changed. Because it's all happened very quickly for him.
Yeah, I mean, well, I liked it, you know. He's gone from, like, being a broken down
Loner, yeah.
To now having...
Accepting his family name.
Yeah.
I guess loving Cypher. And being a hero to people.
Well,
it's quite a difference.
The fact that people are now realising that, shit, perhaps we shouldn't have killed the Belmonts.
Well.
Sort of.
Well, his conversation is interrupted by the judge, who reveals this is a place of peace for him too. It's where the judge goes to relax. And they discuss Trevor's monster hunting abilities and the power of the Belmont name. The judge then tells Trevor about his past and how he came to rule the town and why he's disconnected from it. I thought that's a really cool scene.
Yep.
We kind of talks about, like, I have to rule these people, I have to do this, I can't be personal with them and stuff like that.
Again, it's another scene where basically a seemingly not important character...
Is giving more weight.
Yeah.
The pair leave together, continue to talk, discussing Saint-Germain, who the judge has no time for. Which is fair. Saint-Germain clearly has his own motivations.
Yeah.
Clearly. Trevor questions why Saint-Germain is even here, but before they can continue, the judge noticed carved signs throughout the town. They weren't there yesterday. It's not a good sign, and you know we're building to something here. Saint-Germain continues to investigate inside the monastery, seemingly reading, but actually watching the monks very carefully. Do love how he did that.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm reading the book, but he's not. He's watching what they're
Watching it,
doing.
yep.
Left alone, he removes a small pebble-like item that shines with colour when he moves it. And he declares that it is here. It's finally here. What's here? What's this pebble? Who fucking knows?
Yep.
It will all be revealed.
It will do.
Using it as a guide, he kind of uses it to guide him, seemingly getting brighter wherever he moves. The closer he gets, he finds a passage and it ends up an entrance to a basement area. However, before he can go down, he runs into Salah, who questions where he's going and refuses to let him down.
The man just wants to use the toilet, man.
Yes, Saint-Germain is big on the toilets here. But he's sent outside, basically. Get outside, we do it out there. It is a funny scene. He tries to cover it up as I'm going to use the toilet.
He's proper adamant too, isn't he?
Yeah. Outside, he runs into Cypher and they talk. Cypher is trying to find out how he got into the monastery and reveals that she knows he's a magician. So there it is.
Yep.
And he points that he'd rather that didn't become common knowledge, preferring to be seen as a trickster and a charlatan. So there's insight into Saint-Germain. He hides his true self. Cypher makes a veiled threat about exposing him, and he finally gives up and reveals his true self, the Count, also telling her that the Priory holds something he needs. It's something occultist and something that has to be operated. Interesting.
Yep.
She interrupts his pleas to let him do his work, but she sees one of the carved signs on the wall behind him, and they discuss what that means. So he's kind of like insisting, like, let me get on with it, don't interfere, it doesn't concern you, and stuff like that. She's not letting it go. And Saint-Germain tells her what Salah told him about the visitor giving the symbols to the monks. Trevor now arrives behind them and becomes clear they have a common goal. Clearly, they all might be going for different things, but everything they all need is in that monastery.
Yeah.
It is. Trevor insists that Saint-Germain join him in the tavern, as much as the man would rather not. He does try, but Trevor kind of steps into being mean here. No, we're going to have that drink.
Yeah, basically.
Outside Dracula's castle, Alucard is training Sumi and Taka with swords. They ask the question that we've all asked. Why have you got such a long sword? It is that. And in a good sequence, he reveals why they should never want to get close to a vampire. A reminder of his half-vampire experience.
Yeah.
This is good.
It is good.
He's like, look, your goal is to try and get close to me, to kill me. But I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
You get close to me.
I'm going to bite your neck, man.
Yeah, you're basically in the danger zone. And they're actually having a bit of fun here, falling in the grass and laughing. And it seems like the pair might be good for Alucard.
No.
You're shaking your head.
No,
You don't trust them.
I am so suspicious of these two, man. Okay, I've not seen any. I'm watching episode as we film it, and I'm suspicious that this is what's going to drive Alucard over the edge.
Right.
To become his father. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Because this just at the end, as they're walking in, man, they both give each other a look, man.
They do?
Yeah, it's like they're going to learn their shit and they're going to try and kill him. Because they're vampire hunters. That's their job.
In the Tavern of Lindenfeld, Saint Germain tells Trevor and Cypher some of his more outlandish stories, but Trevor interrupts, wanting to know what his interest is in the Priory. I like that. Mm-hmm. Saint Germain's kind of wandering about stories in Paris and women and stuff like that. Trevor's like, mate, basically, don't give a shit. What's your deal with the Priory? And Saint Germain reveals that he trusts them because of who they are, and asks if they know what the Infinite Corridor is. Welcome to the Endgame. Mm-hmm. They having heard several different things about it. A legend almost, a myth if you want, an intriguing subject. Because it basically amounts to a portal to an alternative realm that grants access to infinite worlds across space and time. A place that could also have a doorway to hell. So picture it as a corridor with doors to everywhere, different worlds and different times. So you could go back to a different point. You could stop things. You could change things. You could visit different worlds.
I like how shocked he was when he said the infinite portal, and both Cypher and Trevor both knew. And he was like, wow, it's the first time I've.
Yeah. But I think it's important that they should know. It comes from the Belmont family. With all their history and writings, there should have been something about it, be it myth and stuff like that. Cypher, she's a speaker. They would have discussed it at some point. He then explains, Saint Germain then explains that he once lost someone dear to him in the corridor, so suggesting he's been there. And that he believes a portal to it lies underneath the Priory, which would explain why he thought he'd found it earlier on. He, though, refuses to tell Cypher who he lost in the corridor and asks him to stay out of his way. Trevor and Cypher point out to Saint Germain that it's probably not a coincidence then that a night creature ended up there and it never left. No one ever saw it leave, so it may not have left. So we're all converging on this area. Yep. This is where we need to be. Whatever's in the basement of the Priory is where we're heading. Be it a night creature, be it the Infinite Corridor, even what that means and what the process is. Now, you've been obsessed with the idea that Dracula could come back.
Yes.
But obviously we keep referencing hell, and the suggestion that the Infinite Corridor could have a doorway to hell certainly leads you in that direction. Is that where you still think we're heading?
Yeah, I still think like he's going to open the wrong door and let something out he shouldn't have. You know, like either the devil or I think he said death, or maybe he's going to open a door and Dracula's in there, and they're going to have a chat. Maybe he knows Dracula. Maybe
I like the idea of open door and start, hello.
Hi. Maybe he knows Dracula. Maybe the person he's after is Dracula's wife, or it might have been his sister, might have been his own partner. So I don't know.
Yeah, because you don't even know who he's actually after.
Exactly,
the presumption is it's someone he loved.
Or daughter, maybe.
Yeah, it's someone he loved, right? Because you wouldn't go to this much length to rescue someone you didn't love, you know? So it is. But it's still exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So at the moment, this episode, you know, we didn't focus on anything but Alucard and Trevor and Cypher. Do you feel like it progressed it enough?
Yes.
I think this episode was a little bit unnecessary, and I think this and the next could have been rolled into one.
Yeah, I mean...
They're shorter as well.
This is more like a story filler.
But it felt like it was dragged out. I felt a lot of what happened could have been condensed and then put into another episode, a longer one overall.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing the show does well for me is the fact that you can have an episode with just talking.
And still enjoy. And still enjoy.
Yeah,
because I like the Alucard stuff. But I really am into the mystery of Trevor and Cypher.
Yeah.
And even though I know where it goes, I'm still invested. Again, because it's only my second time watching, and the first time was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I watched these when they first came out. So I was watching them when they were released. You know? Thank God they released them one-on-one. It wasn't week by week. But there you go. That is episode 5, A Seat of Civilization and Refinement from season 3. You got any thoughts? You know what to do? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.